Hey everyone, it is me, Fashion Coder, and today we are going to be talking about how the website hexcalc.net has changed my life. So, if you first and foremost don't know what Hex is, go to hex.com and click the video that's right up here, and that will go over what Hex is. But just quick overview, Hex is a cryptocurrency that is the first certificate of deposit, is written by Richard Hart, and it is taking the world by storm with how long it's been out and how fast it has gone up. And it is the only coin within the last little while, or it might not be the only one, but it's one of the biggest ones that has done a 4.5x within like the last 2 months. And we're in a bear market, so seeing that kind of growth is great. So that's what Hex is, okay? Just very little about that. But if we come over to hexcalc.net, we are going to see that it is a calculator. And who doesn't love a calculator that does things like what this one does for us? So, as we can see up here, it talks about the Hex price. So right now, the Hex price is around 7 cents, which it has gone up a lot recently. And then right here, it says the T-share price. So what happens is it takes the price of the Hex and it takes the T-share price, times them together, and then that's where you get that amount. So it's almost $2,000 right now for one T-shirt. Now, why is a T-shirt important? Thank you so much for asking. A T-share is important because when you take your Hex, which is that cryptocurrency, you take the Hex, you stake it, which means you lock it up for a certain amount of time, you are going to be getting a T-share in place of it. So you give up your Hex, you get a T-share, and then once that stakes up for however amount of time you went and did it for, you get that T-share back, and then that gets minted back into Hex. Okay? Long story short, you're getting Hex back. So you put Hex in, and then the thing that you get back is Hex, but it looks at these T-share rates. Okay? So one T-share is worth 26,545 Hex right now, which, like I said, equals that $2,000 of a T-share. And if we come in here, so Hex amount to burn, so that's how much Hex you're putting into your stake. So say I wanted to do one T-share, okay? 26,545, okay? Say I want to do the max length of days for the stake, 5555, and then the price prediction, this is my favorite part. This is predicting where it's going to be at in the amount of time that's going to take. So in 15 years, we think it's going to be at 7 cents. Okay, so we calculate it, and it comes in and shows your projected earnings as well as the mining contract and what all the specific variables with it. Okay, so we can see that the T-share ends up going from one T-share to almost 3 T-shares, and we can see the effective amount of Hex. Okay, you can come through, you can look through all these different things, get an understanding of it, that whole thing. Okay, and then it shows us the US dollar value of what it would be in 15 years if it was at that 7 cents, so 12 grand compared to the potential $2 grand you'd be putting into it right now. But the reason why this has changed my life is my dad showed me this actually a little while ago. And when he showed me it, I was like, oh my gosh, it helped me really understand what T-shares were and just the potential of staking and how that can really affect your life. So even just last month, a T-share was worth $600. So it really has gone up within the last month and a half, which is great. But also, not great if you're investing. But also, it is still great because 7 cents for one Hex is still amazing, okay? So that is something that, wrap your mind around. But it has changed my life because once I saw these numbers and once I, really started going in and looking at this is what has propelled myself in investing more into Hex and investing into my future. So that is something about Hex and with staking is you are working with delayed gratification. So especially if you do that 15-year one, unless you have an emergency on stake, which hopefully you don't have to and hopefully you don't want to, and hopefully you don't want to take all of the potential loss of it, you really are delaying gratification for that. So it's an amazing opportunity, though, to be able to come in. There's other calculators like this. This is just the one that I use right now that I really like, and it's super easy. And this is actually how I've started to onboard my friends, is I show them this, and I show them depending on where it's at, because sometimes they'll tell me I want to put X amount into crypto. They want to try a different type of investing, and so say they wanted to put $500 in. So then we come here, we put the $500 or however many hex they want to buy. So say they did 10,000 hex and they do that max stake. That we can come in and calculate a little bit different. And then I always come into the price prediction and we go through and we look at different prices. So like say that the coin ends up being $10 a coin in 15 years. That puts us at $622,000. Say it's $100. It's going to put us at like 6 million. Yeah. So it's kind of fun to go in here and just look at the potential that it could be within the next 15 years. There was a prediction recently that if Hex follows what it did in the last bull run, Hex will end up being like $12.86 or something like in that range a coin. Okay? So Hex at 7 cents isn't bad. And also just, yeah, I'm not going to say more on that because this is not financial advice. Okay. I would love to hear what tools that you use when you go in and calculate about Hex. I've had several people recommend other tools recently, and I'm definitely going to be sticking with this one, but then also I like using other ones too because I love seeing what Hexicans put together for these types of things. So put those in the comments below, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.